deadlock in the ceasefire negotiations for Israel and Hamas as Secretary of State Antony Blinken leaves talks with mediators from Egypt and Qatar without a deal in place. That deal would include the release of hostages still being held by Hamas more than 10 months since their initial attack. But as those talks linger, Israel continues to strike in Gaza, including a deadly rocket attack on a school-turned-shelter. Correspondent Tom Dempsey is live for us in Washington. Tom, what are the next steps for the U.S. in these talks?
Trying to find any sort of deal. That is the next step right now. In fact, the Secretary of State's office saying Secretary Antony Blinken a short time ago actually held a phone call with Turkey's foreign minister about these ongoing negotiations, literally happening at this hour. Also developing right now, United States warships are moving closer to the Middle East region with the goal of defending Israel should Iran do some sort of retaliation attack for the death of the Hamas political leader weeks ago. It's already been a busy week for Secretary Blinken. He held face-to-face meetings with head negotiators in Egypt and Qatar, and he also met one-on-one with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, saying Israel has agreed to a bridging proposal. Exact details of that plan have not been publicly released, but likely include some sort of ceasefire and Hamas releasing Israeli hostages. If our viewers at home are wondering what is sort of still being negotiated right now, check out this map right here. One big area of focus with these negotiations revolves around what sort of presence Israeli forces could have afterward in Gaza. Israel wants to control an area, what's known as the Philadelphia Corridor, which stretches for almost 9 miles along the border with Egypt, and which Israel says could prevent Hamas from smuggling in weapons. Israel also wants control of another corridor further north, but Hamas wants no part of the Israeli military sticking around after some sort of ceasefire deal is reached. So we expect these ceasefire talks to continue throughout the week. And Nichole, again, adding a very big part to the urgency of these negotiations is that threat of Iran possibly carrying out some sort of a retaliation attack against Israel. Nichole?
You know, and Tom, in the intro, I mentioned that attack inside Gaza. What is the latest on what's happening on the ground inside Gaza's borders?
Yeah, so here's the thing, as these negotiations are all taking place, the war is still very much raging on in Gaza. In fact, the Israeli military recovered the bodies of 6 hostages who were taken hostage when this war broke out in the Middle East. This happened in southern Gaza, and right now Israel says over 100 hostages still remain in Hamas custody. And this week, like you said, we also know a school in Gaza got hit in an Israeli strike, killing 12 people. Gaza health leaders say that this school is being used to house displaced Palestinians. But on the other side of this, Israel is claiming that Hamas forces were being holed up inside this school. So again, this war is still showing really no signs of slowing down anytime soon, despite these negotiations taking place, Nichole.
All right, Tom Dempsey live for us there in Washington. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.